Greetings! Welcome to the 2020 Sacramento Area Council of Governments, SACOG, Participant Statistical Areas Program PSAP Web App Tool. My name is Warren Navarro. I'm your GIS analyst and tour guide for this web app tutorial. So when you first get the link for your web app, and SACOG has developed 6 web app tools. So basically for each county it gets one, and you will get a link. And once you first put in that link into your web browser, you're going to be brought to this splash screen. So this splash screen right here has pertinent information where you see the tutorial video, our SACOG program manager, who is Tina Glover, her email. And today we're going to be using Yolo County as our demo. So Yolo County's lead is going to be Miss Mary Ellen Rosenberg Gay. There's her email. So this is your point of contact, Yolo County. I'm your GIS analyst, Warren Navarro, and this is a repository for our maps and data, the physical maps, and also the data derived or pulled from the GUP software, and also additional PSAP resources. So if you want to find out certain things, what are thresholds and such, this is a great website to find out more about the PSAP process. So once you get familiarized with the splash screen, just hit OK. So this tour here, or this guide, is going to assist you in making edits, but there's additional tools here to assist you how to make those edits actually. First and foremost, let's get our bearings. So let's just say, you're working along and you're zoomed in, and I'm like, oh no, I want to zoom back out on the map. Just hit this home button right here and it will zoom out to our default extent. To zoom in, hit the plus button. To zoom out, hit the minus button. Or you could also use the mouse on your button. Zoom in and zoom out on your mouse button. Let's just say there's a particular address that you like to find. The Esri geolocator here will be very helpful. Also, let's just look up a particular location. Oh, there you go. So the Esri locator helped us find this place, and voila, our address locator is working very well. So let's zoom back out again and clear that. The next tool I'm going to be describing is the base map gallery. So this provides the user with additional base map options. So from our imagery, let's say our light gray canvas, OpenStreetMap, and also topo maps. So you have a choice here to use whichever map you like to make to assist you with making your edits. So I'm going to switch it back to dark canvas. Our next tool here is going to be our legend. So whichever layers that are active or activated, that's what's going to show in our legend. So as of right now, we have our PSAP notes activated, PSAP editor. I'll be describing these two later on in the edit portion. We got our 2020 suggested census tract. This is the 2020 suggested census tract by the Census Bureau. This is their recommendation on, we believe this is the new census tract. Our 2010 census, or our 2010 adopted census tract, and also something that we developed in SACOG is the difference between our 2020 and our 2010. So that's just showing a little the difference between what has changed from 2010 to 2020, and it's just assisting the user. Oh, okay, this is a location that they have recommended for change. Next tool here we're going to be discussing is our layers list. So this activates our layers, whichever layers we want to see on and off. So as of right now, we just turned off our major roads, our PSAP notes, and our PSAP editor. One thing too is we have one layer right now that is inactive, showing their labels. So as of right now, our 2020 is activated, but let's just say I want to turn that off and I want to turn on our census tract. So right here, click on that layer, click on the 3 buttons, and then you can scroll down. There's actually various options right here, but to turn on your labels, hit show labels, and voila, we have our 2010 census tract labels activated. Let's just say I want to look at my 2020 suggested census tracts. You can turn that on too. As of right now, some of them are overlaying over each other, so it's kind of hard to see, so you might have to turn on and off certain layers. But there is a tool to assist you with not just turning it on and off, but you could also use the swipe tool. So the swipe tool is activated whichever layers you have on. So as of right now, we have the Census Tracts actually activated, our Census Tracts suggested, our 2010 adopted, and also what's the difference between, or where are the differences occurring. So in our swipe tool, we're going to have these two layers activated. So if it's checked, it means it's going to get swiped off. So once we activate the swipe tool, you have to activate it. You see this gray bar right here? As you can see, oh, okay, we're overlaid with 2020 and 2010. It looks like there's some changes happening. Let's take a look at our 2010. Okay, oh, okay. So it looks like right here, Census Bureau is recommending us to split this into, as of right now, is one census tract, which is 106.606. But Census Tract is saying we should split this into 106.11, 106.09, and 106.10. So as you can see right there, there's some differences right there. See right here, there's no differences. The Census Tracts has not changed. So this is a helpful tool just to assist you where the changes are. So here's an example right here where the Census Tract has actually been extended. So they're saying the Census Tract of 105.01 and 105.08 105.08 is being asked to be extended a little bit more. Looks like on a road, or extending it on a road for that boundary. So that's the power of the swipe tool. It's to assist you, the user, on seeing where the differences, or whichever layer you want to swipe on and off. Once again, check to swipe off, and that's the tool for swipe. So the main point of this web app tool is going to be our edit tool. So as you can see right now, there's nothing in our edits. Well, once again, in order to edit, you have to turn that layer on. So let's just activate our two edit feature classes, or our layers. So it's going to be the notes and the editor. Let's go back to edit, and voila, they're both loaded in. So what are the differences between these two? Oh, one thing I should go back over, I apologize. In our 2020 and 2010 difference, there's actually two of them. There's going to be one for the census tract, and then there's also going to be one for the census block. Voila. So once again, if it's colored, as you can see, there's actually differences. So let's, once again, activating the swipe tool. Once again, check to swipe. Click that on. Let's take a look. Oh, look at that. The block group is actually following the street. So let's use our base map here to assist. Is that confirmed? Swipe in. Or activated our swipe again. Yep, that looks like it's following a freeway, particularly in Davis. So that's just a suggestion. Once again, you will be making the decision whether that's the right move to make that census block group boundary right there or not. And moving on. Oh, one more thing I forgot to say. Certain layers have pop-ups to them. So as you can see right here, this is our census block group of 2010. So I loaded, SACOG has loaded in information that's pertinent to assist the user in making a decision. So the 2010 census block group here has a population of 2,267 and housing population of 951. And then now you notice here it's one of two, so it means there's another layer below it, so most likely our 2020. And voila, it is our block group 2020 as designated right here. And it's saying, okay, there's a population of 2,267 and a population or a housing of 951. So looks like no difference. There's no growth there. Let's take a look at another one. So right here, our 2010 is saying 3,778, and then our 2020 we lost one person, or one person has left. So obviously that's not the same for every region, but this is ACS data for the 2010. The 2010 census tracking and block group population and housing numbers are going to be based on ACS of 2013 to 2017, and then the 2020 suggested are projected 2020 numbers as suggested by the Census Bureau. So that little divergence, just moving back onto our edit. Once again, I'm going to switch it back to black canvas. I just like that color set. And then I'm going to switch it back on to Census Tract. Voila. Whoops, yes. And for this particular one, let's go play in West Sac. Alright, so we're going to be looking at West Sac. Turn off the layers list. So let's just say, hey Warren, I want to make some edits. So we're going to, this is the portion of the web app tool that's most helpful to everybody, is making our edits. So the workflow is going to be is everybody's going to get this web app if you choose to use it, and you could distribute it within your organization, and everybody will get access to it, whoever you deem is should be using it. And here's our edit tool. So let's say we're going to first talk about is the notes here. The notes here. So let's just say there's someone in your organization that you want to ask them something, or you want to make a map, or point to a certain area. Hey, I don't know what kind of notes you would give them. Let's say, are we hypothetically, I'm just saying hypothetically, are we developing this area right here? So let's say there's someone in planning and we want to send them this map. Are we for sure we're going to get this development here, and we're going to get more people and population and also housing? Let's just say I want to leave them a note. All you have to do is hit edit, the edit button right here, hit the notes one, hit your point, and then drop that point in there, and voila, simple as that. So here on this PSAP notes tool, it's going to require you to actually give information. So this is going to be someone in West Sac, obviously. Which census boundary we're talking about. So we're probably talking about Census Tract. And then comment here, possible, oh my God, I can't spell. Possible, there we go. Possible additional housing near future. There you go. All you have to do is hit save, and voila, we made a note. So someone in the future, and I'll be showing you in our next tool how to review it, our attribute table, but let's just say you want to leave a note there, and that's pretty much it. Simple as that. Now let's just say you actually want to start making edits. So we're going to get here to the meat of the web app tool, is going to be making some edits. So I will be focusing on right here. So once again, going back to our swipe tool, remember, click to swipe off. So our 2010 is 103.02. This is one big census tract. The 2020 Census Bureau, or the Census Bureau, has recommended for 2020 to actually split this into 3. So it used to be 103.02. It now has been recommended to become 3 census tracts of 103.15, 103.13, and 103.14. Don't worry about the numbering conventions. That's actually going to be developed within the GUP software itself, but you just have to make the recommendation of, okay, we agree with this, or we would like to have this split, and you have to actually justify why you're making that split. Now, let's just say, hey, what are the thresholds again for census tracts? Well, we have this nifty tool up here in this eye. It's called the Census Boundaries quick sheet. So this is just information on the fly that to assist with you what are pertinent information that's needed to make splits for census tract, block groups, and county divisions. So all you have to do is click on your census tract right here. Let's find out. See our census tract thresholds. Housing units of optimal of 1,600, minimum of 480, maximum of 3,200. Population thresholds of minimum of 1,200 to 8,000. That's for our standard census tract, and then special use ones, obviously. But this is just a quick tool to see, okay, what are the numbers? Same thing with our block groups here. Click on that. It will open up a new tab, and here you go. This is directly from the Census PSAP webinar. So this information here is authoritative, I suppose. So right here, once again, housing units of 240 to 1,200, population thresholds of 600 to 3,000, and then our county divisions. These is the criteria for them. Then last but not least is going to be our webinar, our PSAP webinar. So this is the slides for them. So it has a lot of pertinent information that you like to look up, just to assist with you. The back half of the webinar is actually the GUP software itself, but the previous to that, there's actually pertinent information, which I believe is very helpful in regards to making some edits and assisting you with that. So this button right here on the very top right is actually the first one. The I is just the Census Boundaries quick sheet. So let's just say you agree with all three. Getting back to our edits. So go back to editor. This time now we're going to be making the recommendations for editing. So all you have to do is click on edit on the line feature and then go to polyline. I highly suggest you use polyline. It's much easier to use. Freehand's a little bit squirrely, but the polyline, it's much easy. So how do you make your edits, Warren? It's pretty simple. Let's just say you agreed with all three here, that this should be split, the census tract should be split into three. So all you have to do is make a line. So if you hit the control button, you hold your control button, that actually snaps it. So you actually could notice that it's actually snapping. I turn it off, it's not snapping anymore. But I hold control, it snaps in. So all you have to do, and it doesn't have to be very exact. All you have to do is show me the intent that this is what you're trying to cut the boundary, and I will SACOG will take care of the rest. So click once to start, pull, and you can see there it's pulling, and voila! Double click to complete. So this one's been defaulted to YOLO, but let's just say someone in West Sacramento made this recommendation. They say West Sac, census boundary type. This is the census tract. And then I would just say accept recommended. Hit save and close. And there you go. We made one edit. Now, how do we tell if we made our edits? Well, we'll do one more edit, then I'll show you a couple ways to actually show that. So let's make one more. Or actually two more. We'll make two more edits. I'll do a special one. So once again, activate our edit tool. Go back to our line feature. Click once to start. Pull. Click twice to complete. There you go. It's complete. Once again, this is someone in West Sac. Or hypothetically, someone in West Sac. This is a census tract. I would say accept. Recommended, hit save, and voila. Okay, let's just say that you have some information that let's just say this area here in the near future, or it's been planned and it's for sure we're doing. Once again, remember there are certain thresholds that you have to hit, so you have to review that. But let's just say we know for a fact, hypothetically speaking, housing development has been developed here, and this aerial is just not revealing what's currently there. So once again, census tracts using our quick sheet here, has certain thresholds, and let's just say that area there is actually going to hit the max, and also the population threshold of it's going to hit the max. So that would trigger the criteria. Okay, we can make this into its own census tract. So what we're going to do, once again, to make that recommendation, hit the PSAP, edit tool, edit, and then the PSAP layer. Okay, once again, preferably they like to use natural occurring boundaries, or like streets, or like right here, this is a natural occurring boundary with this tree hedgerow. So once again, hold control to snap, pull, click. Now click once to create a point, pull again, click once again to pull, to create a point, pull again. I want to snap to that. I'm following the road as much as possible. I want to use that as a good boundary. Hit control to snap to a line. Hit once again one click. That will create another point. See, I created a point, and I'm just going to close it now and double click to complete. Well, there you go. Once again, someone hypothetically in West Sacramento made this edit. Census boundary type is a census tract. And then this is where you put in your comments, hit census tract or activates census tract criteria, and you would have to give us you would have to provide additional supporting documents of that, building permits, housing permits, or do you know the population is there. Hit save, close. Let's turn that off. And we made 3 edits. So all 3 were just splitting. Let's just say you actually want to merge a census tract or a block group, or you want to merge something. Merging is kind of the same deal. Let's go to another area here in West Sac. So let's just say you want to merge these 2 census tracts. I'm going to go back to our dark canvas. Much easier on the eyes. So I want to say I want to merge these 2 together. I want to merge. Let's see. Turn off the 2820 suggested. I want to merge 102.04 and 102.01. Obviously, there are criteria for merging. Be sure to look that up. But you want to make the recommendation to merge them. How would you merge them? Pretty simple. All you do is do the edits, and all you're doing is stating your intent. You're telling us you want to merge this, and then we'll run it through GUPS to see if it works. Also, we'll ask the Census Bureau if this is doable, and it's just giving you a tool here to actually make that edit. So all I have to do, click once to start. So hold control once again to snap. Hit close to start. And it doesn't have to be exact. All I have to do is show intent. So once again, click once to put a point down. Click another point down. Try to get as close as possible. It doesn't have to be exact again, once again. And keep putting points down close as possible. Boom, boom, boom. Oops. One more. Uh-oh. This one's being a problem child. One more point there. One more point there. Double click to complete. And then once again, let's say this is in West Sac there, hypothetically. This is a census tract. Merge. And you would say merge 102.01 and 102.04. And you could write in your justification. And if it's too small here, you can just email it. Just remember where you put which edit it was. So you could say object ID 21, or you could say in this area. Once again, as long as you describe why you're making that merge and what's your justification behind it, then we could run it against the criteria. Hit save, hit close, and voila. And let's take a look at our edits. Actually, we made 3 or 4. We made 4 edits. So let's take a look at what we've done. So I'm going to turn off some layers and take a look at it. So voila, yeah, there you go. We have our edits. We have our first one here, our second one right there, our third one right there. So these 2 are recommended. This is our own recommendation, and we're saying, oh yeah, let's merge this guy. And also I have a note here. So how do we look at this? So I just showed you one method actually. Right there, we turned off our layers and we see where's our edits. But there's another tool here called the attribute table. So now, oh, whoops, you have to activate that. Yeah, there we go. Activate that. That's a little odd. Okay. So we have our 4 edits here. You can see that our 3 edits. 1, 2, 3. There's our 4th edit. Oh, there's our 4th. 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay. So, the extent that you are in will actually show the edit or which layers or the feature classes that's on. So how to describe this? So right now I'm zoomed out pretty far, and I could see all 4 of my edits. As you can see there. And then let's just say in our census tract, we activate this. We activate our 2020 suggested. So whatever is in our view directly, that will have the tables. That will have the records for them. But if I want to see the whole thing, just all you have to do is hit your home button and you zoom extend out. And the 2020 suggested has 53. Our 2010 has 41 records. Yes. Yep. There we go. Just to double clarify. I apologize. There should be a table right now for the notes. I probably just have to turn it on in the settings. But there is a table for the PSAP notes. Excuse me. PSAP notes. So do not fret. It will be there later on for sure. There you should be able to see that notes. But our pop-up here, you click on it. Actually in our pop-ups, you actually could activate the pop-ups, and you can see the edits themselves. But let's just say, hey Warren, I made a mistake, or don't worry about this edit anymore. Let's just delete it. It's pretty simple to do. Select however many. So since this is a demo, we're not keeping these edits. I'm selecting all 4. I could zoom into the ones I have selected, these 4. Let's go back to our edit right here. Select that correct edit type. So we're deleting our edits that are line features. So I select the line feature. Just hit delete. Hit refresh on here. Remember, even though you see it right there and you think you deleted it, just hit the refresh button. Okay, this is important here. Hit the refresh button. Voila! Excuse me, man. And it will delete. Once again, I will have that table for the PSAP notes on here for sure. But I'm just gonna delete it right now. Or I will delete it. Let's view an attribute table. There it is. There. I probably turned it off by accident. So you saw how I did that. Click on the PSAP editor, or click on the point itself. Go into the 3 buttons down here, and then view in the attribute table, and voila, we have it. We don't want it anymore, so go back to our edit. Click the right type, and then go back over here and delete. And then hit refresh, and you won't see it in the tables anymore. And then right there, we just completed the major part of this web app tool, which is making the edits, and then telegraphing to SACOG, or telling SACOG, hey, these are the edits we want to do. We'll work on a schedule on when to collect, such per county, per jurisdiction. We're here to assist you with that. So that's the big part right there of the edits. Some closing elements also. We also have a share button tool. Let's just say you want to share this with someone with your organization. Right here is the share button. All you have to do is click share, copy this link, slap it into your email, send it to somebody. If there's some protections, someone on it, obviously contact me, and then we could add them on that list. So authorized users. So it's no problem. Also, we have a print function. So you could print out maps. Let's just say, hey, let's take a look at this. What do you think of this area? And you want to pass it on to someone in your organization. I got just called as a default map title. Census Boundaries, Census Tract split, possible split. It's defaulted to landscape, but you could change whatever you want on it. Different size, different types of files. Preferably it's going to be a PDF. You could go in the advanced here. You could put an author, myself. I put a standard copyright for SACOG, and then DPI. This is how detailed you want the map to be. So, if you want it to be looked at very well, typically you set it at 300. That's really the max that it could do. And then if you want to put in some attributes, you're allowed. You have that option too. And just hit print. It's creating our print. So be patient. Once again, on using Esri products, try not to click too fast or click around a lot. Take your time. Try not just to click too fast. I understand it gets a little frustrating. So it created the map itself. Let's double click on it. And boom, we have a map. And then you could download the map if you choose to, put it on your desktop, send it to someone in your organization to assist you. Okay, should we do a split right here? Yada, yada, yada. It's just another function for you to help. So, to review, this is the web app tool that is developed for each county here. This is a tutorial for it, how to use it. I'm showing you how to make edits, how to look at different layers, how to convey those edits over to us, to SACOG, and hopefully the Census Bureau. My name is Warren Navarro. Obviously, there's contact information in the beginning. You can contact myself, Artina Glover, or contact your lead per county in regards to using this web app, and also assisting you in making your 2020 census boundary updates. Thank you so much and have a good day.